There is a long history of games where you enter a car and you get to smash stuff. Today we're looking at a new game, with that called Carmageddon Reincarnation. But you'll note from that sort of reincarnation that there was an old game. There was an original Carmageddon.
There was an original Carmageddon.
In 1997.
I was a huge fan of the original Carmageddon. It was a game, it was actually a very controversial game at the time because you drove around running over pedestrians. That was the whole thrust of the game. This is a kick-started rebirth by, I believe, the same people or some of the same people who did the first Carmageddon. And it really is a faithful do-over of a game that I love. It's a little nasty to look at. It's very nasty to play because it's about racing and it's about destruction derby, but it's all about running people down and their body parts go flying.
This game, I think, looks okay.
Just okay.
It controls okay.
Yeah, I mean, the physics are super floaty. That's kind of how the game always was, though. The cars are not easy to drive.
No.
That's kind of part of the whole Carmageddon thing.
The controller support is, I would say, iffy. I think they really want you to play on the keyboard. Semi-long loading times. I mean, they're
times are not great.
One thing I did like, though, is that the customization in your free play zones, where you can be like, okay, I'm just hunting pedestrians right now, or I'm just I'm going after other car guys. I do think in the single player, oh my God, when the cars are coming after you.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny because the basic classic mode is Classic Karma, where it's essentially a checkpoint race, but you can turn it into a destruction derby, or you just run over people to get points. So it's funny how these races will start out as races and almost immediately devolve into everybody smashing everybody else. And you're trying to take out the rest of the guys to win. It's kind of fun because you can win that way, or you can like sort of say, okay, you guys all smash each other. I'm going to sneak away and actually run the laps and win that way.
I'm wondering from your perspective as an old school fan, does it scratch that itch?
Yeah, they've done a really good job of kind of replicating what the old game felt like. You're driving around like a city, there's a beach level, there's these industrial levels, a whole mix of levels, a lot of verticality, you can get on roofs, and you got all these wild power-ups that were brought over from the original game, like the spring thing that slams guys into walls, and a kangaroo hop, and all these crazy power-ups, all these crazy environmental effects. It really does capture the chaos and the old school look and feel of the first game, because again, it ain't a pretty looking game.
Does not look that good and doesn't play that well.
It's an acquired taste. I mean, there's a fair bit to do in it. There's the classic races, there's the pedestrian hunting thing where you're basically just running around trying to hit pedestrians. It's a checkpoint challenge, you're trying to collect checkpoints. If you wreck an opponent, you steal his checkpoints. Checkpoint! The whole system of building up credits, which you then cash in to repair yourself on the fly. You don't want to do that too much because you don't unlock the new levels. I felt that, yeah, it scratched my Carmageddon itch.
You know, I didn't know exactly what to expect out of this game, but I kept waiting for some sort of hook, something that, made me care, made me want to play this game more, other than obviously getting my jollies off, running over people.
I can see that, and even as a classic Carmageddon fan, I didn't love the game outright. Like, I thought it did take me back to the old game. I did like unlocking new levels, playing new modes. I tried to play online a bit, but there was nobody else online. Yeah. And everybody else is really good. It was online anyway. That's so fun. I'd rather play AI guys. They all start smashing each other, they get stuck in corners, they get lost, and it's much easier to victimize the AI. So, we have an old school perspective, we have a new school perspective. I'm curious what you're going to give Carmageddon Reincarnation.
I'm give it a 6 out of 10.
I give a little more than that, 7.5 for me. Back to the old days of running down pedestrians.